Hello, this is Haku and today we're going to be reading SCP-3190. Just one more thing. If you like this video, please like on the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get right into this. Item number SCP-3190. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Due to the nature of SCP-3190, fallout from Doyle events require little in the way of cleanup. At the head researcher's discretion, SCP-3190-A is deemed to be an unnecessary information leak can be treated with Class B amnestics. All others are to be allowed to filter through their respective judicial systems. Foundation AIs ATLS-19 and GRGN-71 are to monitor all incoming and outgoing communications from local law enforcement and offices in North America for reports of SCP-3190's involvement in the investigation of a murder. SCP-3190's activity is to be monitored by Mobile Task Force Epsilon 96, fans of Father Brown. As of Incident 234, members of MTF E96 are to be given Class B amnestics to be administered on the field if an SCP-3190-A instance attempts to neutralize SCP-3190. Description: SCP-3190 is a humanoid entity resembling a man in his late 40s to early 50s. While SCP-3190 allows itself to appear clumsy and a non-threat, it has shown itself capable of reaching speeds up to 45 kilometers an hour, lifting weights in excess of 2 metric tons. Due to its anomalous properties, these feats of superhuman ability, which, while rare, are treated as routine in all but SCP-3190-A instances. At first, in manifestation, SCP-3190 appears in a dress code for detectives of the local police precinct, albeit in a shabby or otherwise worn condition. SCP-3190 will carry a set of handcuffs, dubbed SCP-3190-B, and a valid identification marking him as a lieutenant in the closest police precinct. SCP-3190-A instances are perpetrators of the murder that the current Doyle event centers upon. SCP-3190-B, while being utilized by SCP-3190 to subdue an instance of SCP-3190-A, is unbreakable by any conventional means. SCP-3190 delivers the SCP-3190-A instance respected in the police precinct and soon thereafter demanifests. All evidence procured by SCP-3190 will be attributed to other officers in official reports. All knowledge of SCP-3190 is lost in all but SCP-3190-A, and individuals aware of SCP-3190's anomaly. So that means you aren't immune anymore. You will know that this thing exists. You know, if you actually believe this is true. SCP-3190's primary anomalous ability is shown during the oil events. The oil events have been shown to only occur for murders when a victim knew the perpetrator. The oil events with multiple victims or multiple SCP-3190-A instances have occurred. The oil events that involve the embedding of SCP-3190 into a current murder investigation, normally from the moment of first response. While a part of the investigation, SCP-3190 will come into contact with the murderer. SCP-3190 will then focus on SCP-3190-A instance, usually appearing at its place of work or home in order to question them. During the course of this question, SCP-3190-A instance will inevitably reveal a piece of information or otherwise lie in such a way that point to them being the perpetrator of the crime. Of note is that all SCP-3190-A instances acquiesce to SCP-3190's questioning without a lawyer present. It is unclear if this is due to SCP-3190's shabby appearance and thus simulating intellectual inferiority or an anomalous ability. I think it's the second one because that wouldn't usually work. I mean, there are people that I would work more for, but it wouldn't work every single time. All SCP-3198 instances have been shown to have committed crimes. As of current revision, no Doyle event has occurred at a non-premeditated murder. Incident 234. On April 3rd, 1985, SCP-3190-A-234, while being charged formally with this crime, wrestled a gun from a police officer accompanying SCP-3190. SCP-3190-A emptied the gun into SCP-3190, causing its battered raincoat to fall onto the floor. There was no further sign of SCP-3190 for exactly 3 seconds, after which it walked from a bathroom door, picked up its coat, and continued to detail the proof to the attending police officers. Of note is that all individuals besides SCP-3198-A-234 showed no reaction to the gunshot or seeming disappearance of SCP-3190. SCP-3190-A-234 experienced great distress given the event and non-reaction of all others attending. On-site members of MTF-E96 later administered Class B amnestics to SCP-3190-A-234. Selection from SCP-3190's third interview with SCP-3190-A-234. SCP-3190-A-234, I'm going to call them Bob. Oh no, they actually have a name. Ambrose. Was Dr. Ambrose Reginger, later tried and convicted of the murder of his co-worker Dr. Ivan and Lavrisha. Interview takes place in Dr. Reginger's office up in the Classics Department of Pennsylvania State University. SCP-3190 picks up a small paperweight from Ambrose's desk. SCP-3190 regards the object before appearing to accidentally drop it. Well, geez, sorry about that, Doctor. I think it'll be okay there. Here, look at this. SCP-3190 picks up the paperwork. A small Roman soldier, now broken in two, off of the ground. So you just get some crazy glue on here, and yeah, it'll be good as new. You'd be amazed at what crazy glue can do, Doctor. Why, just last week, my wife. I'm sorry, Detective, but I'd really like to get to the point here. I'm afraid I've told you everything I know, much as I'd like to talk to you some more. I do have a faculty meeting to attend to in 10 minutes. Oh, it won't even take that long. I just got a couple more questions to ask you. You know, it's just the way I am sometimes. So I've noticed. I'm sure you did, Doctor. When my wife tells me I can't ever shut up, but it's just the way I am, you know? I always got out that last inkling. That little thought I gotta get it out and get answered before I can sleep that night. Why, you should hear the one about my nephew. Detective, please. Of course, I'm sorry, Doctor. I know you're a busy man. SCP-3190 raises its hands, shakes its head, and winces. I don't mean to be a pain, of course. It's just, well, something has been bothering me about what you said. What do you mean, Detective? Now, here, you told me that Dr. Lavrisha left your party at 7:30 p.m.? Now he slipped out and was found dead outside his office. But here's the interesting thing, Doctor. His watch, it was damaged in the attack. And well, it stopped at 7:27. Isn't that interesting, Doctor? Now I tell myself, a man like that maybe sets his watch right behind. Why, I have a cousin on my wife's side who, well, he sets his clock back about 45 minutes. I don't know how he gets anywhere, but this is the interesting part, Doctor. His wife, the widow Lavresha, she tells me that the departed, he had a sort of, what do you call it? An obsessive compulsion. He had his watch synced up to, the very exact millisecond. He kept it up to track, of course. A watch isn't perfect. They get off bit by bit. So he always made sure it was exact. She said he checked it every day just before he left work at 5:30. What are you saying, detective? Doctor, I'm just saying that a watch isn't perfect, but it won't get minutes behind within 2 hours. Your timetable doesn't match up. Even if his watch had been off, he couldn't have got into his office on foot before he was found by cleaning staff at 7:46. Even if he had left your home when he said, it would have taken him much longer to get to his office, is what I'm saying here, Doctor. It all just doesn't add up. Well, I guess that makes sense. My clocks may have been off. Why, Ivan could have left the party at 7:15 maybe. SCP-3190 clasped his hands and nods. I know, I was thinking the same thing, Doctor. But I checked. Your wife let me in, and all the clocks in the house are right on the money. She says the maid does it. Well, I guess I could have been mistaken, but still, Detective, there's no way I could have killed Ivan. Guess someone in the house at 7:45. Even if Ivan had died at 7:27, there's no way I could have left the body there and been present at my party within 17 minutes. SCP-3190 shakes its head and puts up its hands again. It smiles. Please don't take this the wrong way, Doctor. No one's accusing you of anything. Just making sure everything gets nice and tied up. I'm always like that, Doctor. My uncle, he says. Sounds of abruptly cleaning his desk. Let's go with his laptop briefcase. Well, I'd love to chat, Detective. I do have to get to that meeting. Of course, of course. SCP-3190 begins walking through the door before pointing a single finger in the air, turning around quickly. I'm sorry, Doctor, just one more thing before I go. Something I thought was interesting. And all the stuff in your office, well, it just reminded me. Please, make it quick, Detective. My he's a real whiz kid when it comes to mythology. He's telling me stories I didn't even know were stories, but when he told me, it really sunk in. There's a Roman god, or maybe Greek, I was ever so good at telling those apart, called Nemesis. They also called her Andressia. It meant inescapable, but here, Nemesis isn't just an enemy. Nemesis was inescapable because she represented the price of hubris, Doctor. She represents the justice that comes to those who commit crimes. And well, where is the biggest crime there is, Doctor? What are you insinuating, Detective? Oh, Doctor, I'm not insinuating anything. I just think it's so interesting that humans that we want to believe that the bad guys get it in the end. There's a natural desire, in us to want crimes to be solved. It's something that's always interested me, I guess. What I'm saying is, in the natural order of things, we'll find out who killed your friend, Doctor. I'm sure we will. The doctor coughs and nods. End transcript. That was a neat little detective SCP. So basically, this SCP is like an anomalous detective that appears after particularly murder crimes are committed. Anyway, if you like this video, please like on the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing next time, so until then, goodbye!